AskReddit by MR Fearless. What cover song is actually better than the original? Respect song by Aretha Franklin, originally by Otis Redding. Edit, spelling. Arguably, her Carole King cover of Natural Woman as well. Black Magic Woman Santana. No disrespect to Peter Green. I prefer Santana's version of She's Not There as well. 1985 Bowling for Soup. That's a cover? Where Did You Sleep Last Night off Nirvana's Unplugged album. It's an old song. Lead Belly did it way back in the 1920s. I find the Nirvana version to be haunting and beautiful. I agree this sentiment, and also the cover they did of Plateau originally by the Meat Puppets. That whole unplugged performance is perfect. Istanbul, Not Constantinople. Cover by They Might Be Giants, original by the Four Lads. I had no idea that was a cover. I loved that song when TMBG put it out. I just listened to the original and, yes, TMBG's cover of it is better. Marvin Gaye's I Heard It Through the Grapevine over the original by Gladys Knight. Creedence Clearwater Revivals. All Along the Watchtower for sure, the original Dylan version is nowhere close to Hendrix. Even Dylan liked Hendrix's version better, saying of it, I liked Jimi Hendrix's record of this and ever since he died I've been doing it that way. Strange how when I sing it, I always feel it's a tribute to him in some kind of way. When the Levee Breaks Zeppelin. A Perfect Circle does a very interesting version, but it sounds very little like the Zeppelin one. I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett, original by British band The Arrows in the 1970s. I also prefer her version of Crimson and Amp, Clover. Edit cause I should have just included it originally. https://www.youtube.com/watch?cx7gjelw. Got My Mind Set on You, George Harrison. Originally recorded by James Ray. I prefer Weird Al's version. This song's just 6 words long, but I guess that it's a parody. Soft Cell, Tainted Love. The Living End does a kick-ass version as well. I miss playing it in smoky bars. All Through the Night, Cyndi Lauper. Also Girls Just Wanna Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. Natalie Imbruglia's version of Torn. It's a cover? Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, cover by Fairy Godmother. C minor, Put It in C minor. Hush by Deep Purple. I Fought the Law, The Clash. Written by Sonny Curtis of the Crickets and popularized by the Bobby Fuller 4. The first 20 seconds of the Clash version are insane, but I still think Bobby Fuller 4 did this song better than anyone. Deleted. Fun fact, nobody knows the exact origin of this song. Was first recorded in the 20s, but singer claims his grandfather taught him and he learned from workers singing it in mines and such. Me and Bobby McGee, I Live, the Christopherson original, but the Joplin version was a hoot. Ghost of Tom Joad, Rage Against the Machine. It's like it was written for them. Everything on Renegades is so good. I like how I Could Just Kill a Man more than the Cypress Hill version as well. Scarborough Fair. Simon and Garfunkel's version was the cover. Yeah, hundreds of years old, one of the child ballads their arrangement was flat out stolen from Martin Carthy with no credit giving to him. The LP lists the songwriters as Simon and Garfunkel. The album version by S and Amp G does have On the Side of a Hill woven into the song as the Cantagle as a Paul Simon original. The He-Man version of Four Non Blondes, What's Up? Nya. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, sung by Israel Kamakoiwol. R.I.P. Honestly, I haven't seen this anywhere in this thread. Israel's version is so beautiful that it knocks it out of the park. With all my love to Prince, Nothing Compares to You is a better cover by O'Connor. To flip it around, Prince covering The Best of You by the Foo Fighters was pretty badass, changing the last lyrics to I have another confession to make, I ain't no fool made it so much angrier. Another wicked version where Prince actually covers another band is when he performed Creep at Coachella. When he sings with the audience it gives me shivers. The guitar solos in between are jaw-dropping. He was such an underrated guitarist. Lake of Fire Nirvana. Original Meat Puppets. The whole Nirvana Unplugged album was full of some amazing covers. The Shrek 2 cover of I Need a Hero. Unironically the best cover that could ever be made of that song. Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor, original by Prince. Easy by Faith No More. Their version of I Started a Joke is epic, pun intended. Poker Face sung by Eric Cartman. On the Subject, was Finger Bang an original? Can't believe it wasn't written by one of the all-time greats. Judas Priest cover of Green Analogy. Originally by Fleetwood Mac. Blinded by the Light, by Manfred Mann. Original by Bruce Springsteen. Wrapped Up Like a Douche. The Jimi Hendrix version of All Along the Watchtower is the only one that exists in my mind. Adele's version of Dylan's Make You Feel My Love. I believe Garth Brooks has an amazing cover of this song, and I don't even really like country. Girl You'll Be a Woman Soon by Urge Overkill. I think even Neil Diamond admitted they did a better version. Love Hurts Nazareth original Everly Brothers. Graham Parsons. Valerie by Amy Winehouse is better than the OG from Zootons. I host bar trivia and played this during a cover songs round and everyone was so confused. Tennessee Whiskey. Times a Million. No offense to George Jones, but Chris Stapleton just blew him out of the water with this cover. Shockingly better than the original. I Will Always Love You. Original by Dolly Parton. Cover by Whitney Houston. Dolly Parton wrote the song about her work relationship with Porter Wagoner when she decided it was time to leave the Porter Wagoner show. She was already married at the time, so it was never meant as a romantic song. It's a great song and I like Dolly Parton's original version, however I can't help but feel the platonic nature of it. At least for me. Whitney Houston's version carries all the romantic emotion, which makes it my favorite of the two. Changes covered by Charles Bradley. It's a Black Sabbath song. Please watch his performance. https://yahoo.be/zfaof70m4xs. Deleted. Ahem. This, Damon. https://yahoo.be/p3htbs70pqu close bracket double quote cover. Edit. The original. https://yahoo.be/cofr7f70n any question marked 19 closed bracket for those that are not as sophisticated as the rest of us. Hate to admit it, but the Bangles' Hazy Shade of Winter completely blows the Simon and Amp Garfunkel out of the water. That guitar riff. Killing Me Softly with his song Fugees. Original by Lori Lieberman, then later by Roberta Flack. However, Lauryn Hill made it her song with Fugees. Michael Jackson's parody of Eat It by Weird Al Yankovic was pretty amazing. And the music video is at the same level. Devo's cover of Can't Get No Satisfaction is pretty great. Mick Jagger said it was his favorite cover of it. The Passenger by Cyanuxy and the Banshees. Summer Breeze by Type O Negative. Also Cinnamon Girl. You will all hate me, but I prefer the Atari's version of the Boys of Summer. Out on the road today I saw a black flag sticker on a Cadillac. Every Joe Cocker cover. The letter is fucking amazing when he does it. Cowboy Junkies cover of Sweet Jane by Velvet Underground. Even Lou Reed said it was his favorite version of the song. Velvet Underground. Smooth Criminal by Alien and Farm. Obviously no disrespect to the legends that are Simon and Garfunkel, but I enjoy the Bangles version of Hazy Shade of Winter more.